Emil take it away with Fiora in the Shen. Very, very similar bans towards as game number 1. What will Nova Esports pick up right now? A while ago, well, they picked up the Senna and it worked really well on the hands of a Remake. Maybe they can pick it up again. Yeah, they're hovering it right now. Might as well take it, given the win that they had in the first game.
I do believe that if they're going to be picking something right here, Senna is always going to be good. The reason why they were able to take a bit of time just surviving for so long was because of the Senna pick that they had a while ago. Yes, they lose a bit of their Waker, but it doesn't really matter if you would be able to hold off on this battle of attritions during the last stages of the game. KBG, same 2 picks that they had a while ago.
Is it going to be possible that we do see a mirror matchup, same lineup once again by Nova and KBG? So far, things are looking good here. But, ooh, is Neon going to be taking Andran's signature champion of Akali? Yes, he will. What will KBG answer back here? So far, yeah, the Yone is available. It can be a big backline threat here, actually, towards Nova.
Yeah. One of the threats that they have here, not even the Akali is going to be a problem here for this Yone later on. The reason why they picked this up is because they lost a bit of the jungle picks that we should have already available for KBG. But because the Yone has been banned, there's still not a lot of choices here for the side of KBG. But now that it's available, they should be taking that. They are just sacrificing Andran's pick here. Almost all of the champions here that Andran has been picking is going to be banned. I hope they ban the Gwen for the last ban here for Nova, because there's a lot of players on KBG that did use the Gwen.
Oh yeah, definitely. If Nova will be allowing Gwen to materialize here, then KBG for sure will take it down. Yeah, Garen will be the choice instead in the banning phase here of Nova. Well, they have 16 seconds still remaining to decide. I think the Gwen would be a really good ban, but they stick with the Garen for the meantime. KBG, I think they're gonna up their aggression in this game. Yeah, scaling is still present here on the Yone, on the Riven, and in the Ziggs, but they're ditching out the Jax this time. They want AoE damage, AoE burst, and a guaranteed CC as well being layered towards Nova Esports. Good response on the side of Nova Esports, give the Riven, Renekton being a really top tier pick to counter it out.
Yeah, and what I like about the Renekton, even thinking about it, the Renekton is good against the Riven, good against Akali. It's such a good pick here for the second phase of the picks for the side of Nova Esports, because they took down 2 things at the same time. So this is really smart. But now, taking a look at what's going to happen, Jace is also going to be picked up for their side, probably going to be on the jungle for the side of Nova Esports on the hands of Long. Again, the only disadvantage is not as flexible as what they had a while ago, which was the Kazakhs, who can actually go for those big risks that they did a while ago. But on the last pick, we're going to be having a Vi. Vi is not even the problem there a while ago for the side of KBG. That's why they're just doubling down on this Vi pick that they had. So with this, with the composition that has been drawn, I think Vi is still going to be a really good pick, just because they could just take down the backline. Couple that with Andran's Yone, they do have enough damage now for the cease and desist and find a way to kill people onto the backline.
Yeah, it's basically the same template here of KBG in game number 1, but this time they're banking on early game aggression. They want to win every single lane and utilize their aggressive nature that actually allowed them to get most of the wins and the dominance as well in the CN conference, in the WRL, and all of the tournaments. Not only in the WRL 2022 Season 2, but also in the Hui the Legend Cup 2023 Season 3. And this is one of the things that actually has been the key here for KeepBest Gaming. Utmost aggression and very synergized movements across the map, acting as a unit and not leaving any space for their enemy. This time, despite Nova Esports adapting a little bit in their lineup, the threat still remains in a much bigger sense here against them.
On the bigger stages, this is what happens, especially when you're on stage compared to what has happened for KBG. This is one of the things that they need to think about moving forward here. Nova Esports is a threat. It is always going to be a constant threat against their side. Right now, rotations has already happened. KBG putting 2 players onto the top side already, and they know that this could be a problem here for this Akali that they have right now, and it is gonna be something to look forward to, because this Akali for the side right here of Nova is just not gonna be having the best day.
Yeah, let's see. I'm really excited for this. And look at the matchups, actually. It is gonna be Neon using the Renekton in the mid lane. Yize, ooh, actually nice dodge on the dredge line, being still safe here in the top lane, just sneaking away against them.
Having a fighter is not really very advantageous for the team here. I do hope that they take a look at that. The more that they move forward here, Nova Esports losing a bit on the early game is okay, but right now let's take a look at the biggest things here. For Nova Esports, what they want to do is just to survive this early stages of the game. Doesn't have a lot of things to go for in the late game, but now even with Long right here, it's just gonna be happy with their Kha'Zix time and time again. This is the damage that they're looking for. The confidence is just gonna build up. As long as you got the early pop off on a Kha'Zix pick, it's okay to pick it the second time around, because it's the same. It's basically the same lineup for KBG.
Yeah, and they're playing it really, really slow so far here. I think they're just waiting for Datan to scale up and reach level 5 so that they can actually, you know, fully commit into those dives and pin down that one champion to be their victim. And it will take time. I mean, right now Datan is level 5, just going for a reset and probably work his way up towards the bottom lane where KG is actually sitting by. Eyes on Ooh later on, especially that he is gonna be looking forward to following up with device engage. And Nova Esports still with the almost same lineup. I think they're just gonna be avoiding fights here on, especially right now that a while ago they have suffered a bit of mistakes in the first few minutes of the game. KG actually is being threatened.
Yeah, as always, this is going to be the weak side of the map. The taunt would be able to hit on the Valor. KG,
wow,
is going to get holded down to the first blood on the side of Nova Esports.
Clean execution, Long and Remake, the moment that they got the crowd control, no way for escape there by KG. And that signals a big win already here by Nova Esports. Eyeing now on the bot side once again. Ooh, we'll just have to flash away.
Yeah, Nova Esports Yami is always going to be a key player here for the side of Nova Esports, and that's one of the things that I really like. This supports popping off. The supports just making this phase of the game just really hard to work.
Ooh. And yeah,
and with that, on this early side of the game for KBG, it's going to wait for Yu to actually play around this. And I like the fact that they always rotate Yu to just go to the side of the lane on where you're having the most disadvantage on. But the problem here is leaving the Ziggs on an Akali matchup. I think if ever they get a chance here, it's going to be an easy kill for the side of Nova Esports.
Yeah. Now, Nova Esports is playing it slow for the meantime. They're happy with the kill that they got already from KG in the bottom lane, with a good execution coming in from from Yami, Remake, and Long. And now you're just waiting for that 5-minute mark to maybe get the Rift Herald, or maybe focus again on the Dragons, because that helped them so much in their scaling a while ago. And Long, with his execution, with his skill set, is very, very capable of landing those nice last hits onto those objectives. But in this sense, given the lineup, the change and the champions here of KBG, with the Riven and the Yoni, I think it's gonna be much more challenging compared to a while ago with the Akali and the Jax, the double scaling ones. Because this time they can actually contest heavily here because of the lineup of KBG.
Yeah, they're still trying to contest this for the side right now of KBG, and the only problem here for this next objective that we're gonna have for the Ocean Drake is that they do have a lot of damage, a lot of CC, but not enough just yet for the side of KBG. Nova Esports still can make this work, because remember, they do have long available for them, so it's gonna be easy enough for them to actually do that, especially with the Kha'Zix in their lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, and right now, the Kha'Zix of Long will be threatened as goes in.
Dude, that charge Long is gonna die here. That's gonna be a chance for KBG. Starting it off in the Ocean Drake might be available for them pretty easily. A lot of ultimates have been used, so KBG might have a disadvantage here, but Nova is still not stopping for them to go to the back line. Once down already, Hero Center's not going to be helping out. They do have a lot of damage, and KBG still winning the fight all over, and this is just going to be them just mowing down on the member. Yitze is going to be falling next. Remake is the last one standing, and that's 4 kills on the board for KBG.
Oh, such good execution coming in from KBG. And that is the thing, you know, that is the thing we have anticipated already, given the lineup that they do possess. And quickly, they have taken control of that fight in the bot side river and allowed them to get 3 kills. Now, Long is trying to secure this Rift Herald, but I think it's not going to be possible, given the follow-up. Oh, nice knock-up!
Nice knock-up, gonna start it off again. That's gonna be a kill for Nova. Still not stopping from actually going for the fight. One has been killed. They still are alive. And KBG are the ones gonna be backing away. A great back and forth for KBG and Nova.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they still got the Rift Herald. They're gonna be attempting to back it down, but oh, no, up again.
Still was able to get that.
Was available.
Yeah, really good one though for them, but Nova Esports is not going to take the risk there. Just going to be going for that. That's a win already. That's enough for us. Take a look at this, what happened a while ago.
Yeah, I mean, it was very unfortunate there for Long to get picked up.
Oh!
And, while we're seeing a replay, Adnan was just making some plays there. But yeah, I mean, in this replay, we saw the efforts of Nova Esports, especially with one member down already. But KBG, they're just eyeing on punishing and keep on punishing that succeeding mistakes of Nova Esports. The fact that they still committed onto the Dragon was already a big deal for KBG's win.
Yeah. And now with them starting off again, it's really smart to actually just take down some towers. As long as KBG takes this time, they're always going to be having this early game advantage against the other teams. And so far, it's still working in their favor. The towers are just going to be taken down. KBG's macro is just so good. Calling this top lane getting taken down is really smart for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Nova Esports, they can just stall it out for the meantime. We did see in the previous game, you know, from the 10-minute mark towards the 18th-minute mark, KBG possessed a 5,000, consistent 5,000 gold lead against Nova Esports. But still, they managed to pace themselves and avoid some bad circumstances against KBG and just made the right move at the right time. Now, things are actually looking really okay. Despite the bad instances, the bad fights that they took early, the gold is actually dead even against KBG. And they can actually just keep this up since they still possess that infinite scaling on the Senna. They need to be very careful.
No objectives just yet. Arnan gonna go in with the knock-up. But with KBG just stopping themselves for a bit there. And this is just gonna be good, because objectives are still not available right now. That's why this is not a fight that Nova, even them, don't want to take. Neon having this, be backing away, just wants to take the top lane tower at KBG. Look at the rotations from both of these teams.
Yeah, Nova Esports and KBG just not giving an inch towards each other. Not gonna be as proactive as ever, and actually good job here of KG. No split pushing. Will be getting the tower against Nova Esports. So again, reflect on the goal here for KBG. Those slight edges that KBG is getting across the map will accumulate more and more. Since a while ago they took down the tier 1 tower in the top lane, now bottom lane, that leaves the mid lane very, very vulnerable. And with the side towers taken already by KBG, that negates so much vision in the jungle camps of Long. So maybe KBG can position a little deeper right now to set up a play against Nova Esports, and with the lineup that they have again and again, it's much more possible compared to the Jax and the Akali champions that they have picked up earlier.
Yeah, and this is going to be the struggle here for the team. I do hope that they find an answer moving forward here for the side of KBG, because right now, even if they win the other fight a while ago, they might lose on the damage department later on. As long as Anran doesn't have the third item, it could be a problem. But right now, KBG starting already with the Rip Herald, and with what we're seeing from Nova, they are not going to be contesting this.
Yeah, they want the Dragon instead of the Rift Herald, but now they might actually lose both, because Rift Herald is going to be spawned in the mid lane to threaten Nova Esports. It is an Infernal Dragon, so a lot, squishier than the Mountain Dragon, but still, KBG can contest, and they are sizing up against them.
Yeah, Soul Unbound has been used already. Nova, look at this. They're hiding the Drake under that, and they might be able to take this pretty easily. Even has the hero senses to use, but they're losing a bit of HP. They are going to come back, and that's going to be the hook onto Long, and that is going to be it. Long is going to be backing away, but look at this too. They're going to die. Nova Esports just got what they wanted. They got the Drake.
Yeah, but it was very unfortunate. The Drake reset it and it stalled, Nova Esports in taking it down. Fortunately, they were still able to get it, but now at the cost of another casualty. In KBG, they did not let those objectives just slip up and not go unpunished. They get the kill, they reset, they got the tower in the mid lane, and still having control of this game, in which Nova Esports should be very, very cautious of. Because once you get the 3 towers, you pretty much have the map for yourself already. And this is the most unfortunate case. 10 HP, I believe, was the distance between them getting the dragon and it being delayed for 2 seconds.
Yeah. And now with that start for KBG, I really do love to see this. What's happening right now for them is that they are just using this terrain, this what I like about the Ocean Rift is that they can make use of this to go for big fights with Anran on the helm, just going Soul Unbound and going for very sneaky knockouts, very sneaky CCs. And this is going to be a disadvantage overall for Nova. Yes, they have Long. There's a lot of places that Long can hide on, but it's also a big advantage, a Yone pick of all, just because they can go for engages from very long distances.
Yeah, and that's the taste here of Anna, who wants to really go in ham against any single player that comes in his way. KBG being threatened though a lot, especially with the pokes present here on the side of Nova Esports. Long, a while ago they had the Corki, but now given that it's a Renekton, so it's more on the all-in actually here on Nova Esports with the Renekton and with the Akali that they do possess. So far, they're doing a really good job, Still very similar situation here against KBG. A lot better, actually, since they are getting the dragons, but now maintaining a lower amount of gold lead against KBG. Now they're checking the Baron with the Dawning Shadow. Ooh, almost.
What I'm afraid of is Anran's capabilities of just taking down anybody on the side of Nova Esports. So that's why I'm kind of scared. The longer this game goes, the bigger of a threat that Yone is going to be for the side of KBG. Nova Esports doesn't have that big late game insurance compared to KBG. So they even have Jalma. So that's just something to be afraid of here for the side of Nova Esports. The longer this game goes, the bigger threat it is. So KBG is just looking for their insurance here. Yami just going in, flashes away. Too big of a risk that they went in, tried to take a look at that Baron.
Imagine the amount of investment and resources being used here by Nova Esports just to check this topside river. Because they know KBG can just take this Baron down in a very short manner, especially with the Yone, with the Riven, and the all lineup. But now they actually go in.
They feel back Backline gets 2!
Wow.
And now that's enough damage to actually put them on a peril. They don't have any more hero centers to the 5, and that's not going to help them out. Nova Esports doesn't have a chance, doesn't have the space, and KBG just took that down. And that fate sealed from Anran just sealed the fate of Nova Esports.
Divide and conquer, that's the goal here of KBG. Once you get 2 people, at least you can actually split them apart. Now they have good position towards this top side. We have full vision as well established, preventing Nova Esports from interfering. Here they go. Ooh,
might be able
blown.
to. The damage, yeah, they were able to get it. Long is still available. They need to be afraid of this. Yize is making work of everybody. The Shuriken Flake is going to come in. On run is just there to actually fight him out. He's going to lose the fight, but it's still not enough. Nova Esports still has a chance to actually conquer this. KBG, the taunt, is afraid of what's going to happen. TP's coming out. A lot of members are low in HP. KG is going to be the first target for their side. Nova Esports with a fade shield onto one side. He is going to fall down really fast. And that's Nova Esports just making work of them. Long flashing away. And that's going to be the turnaround coming in. Flashes in, and they have to knock up onto the backline. Season disease to actually take down 6 feet under. Nova Esports just got the win right there in the end, and KBG backs away.
That was such a nail-biting fight there by Nova Esports against KBG. So many hesitations were done there on the side of Nova Esports, but when Long got into the mix, he's the one that didn't back down. He's the one that didn't hesitate, and everyone just banked on him, supporting him from his back, allowing them to not only prevent KBG from getting the battle, but also getting a couple of kills. Now, they're on the Dragon. It is going to be very tanky. The KBG is in the vicinity. Anran trying to prevent.
They're going to be holding their hands, and they still have the Mountain Drake. It's going to be pushed away. Long is going to be taking that pretty easily. Not going to be even a problem. Anran is going to fall, and that's going to be next. Shutdown Goals comes in, and another shutdown on the head. This armor is just going to get shattered on the hands of Nova.
And Nova Esports is blazing right now, full on momentum. As KBG gets broken down, the gold lead diminished to 0. Nova Esports is now taking control, and for the first time ever, KBG are now in the mix, now are in the back end of this fight. Despite their composition being heavily aggressive, it's just the discipline here of Nova Esports, the timing, and well, everyone just banking on Long. Now they're starting the Baron.
Yeah, Neon, now low in HP, was pushed back, does have the vision on this side of the map. They can go for the steal here. The taunt is going to go in, was able to take down 1. He's still alive. No. They might be able to take this. Long is just taking down the Baron right here. It's going to be his, and he's going to be running away with it. KBG is just going to chase down the members, but the death charge right there onto Long is still going to be surviving. Oh no, he has been knocked up. He's dead, but they still have the Baron buff on their heads.
Baron for 3 casualties. Might be okay, but KBG, they want to push mid lane right now.
They can end this.
Maybe get this inhibitor as well. Yeah, long death time is present. Nova Esports.
Yeah, they can end this if ever they want to. They don't have any damage anymore. KBG wants to go for that advantage that they have right here. They're taunting. They're taking some time. They're trying to do some damage or make. It's not going to be able to hold this off for so long. It's going to be a 2v5. It's not going to be a fight that they want to actually go for. They're still surviving. KBG was forced to back away because of that. And they are not able to end the game. In the end, they lost a lot there.
Remake being the last guardian able to stop them, but here in this replay we saw the struggle that Nova Esports actually had, especially with Yize getting taken down pretty early, but Long still just holding on onto that Baron, making sure they secure it. And yeah, they do, but they get taken down. 3 people in fact got killed under the hands of KBG, allowing them to bash 2 towers in the mid lane and almost ending the game. But
yeah,
Remake just being so good at holding him.
Really great at holding off this game. I thought that they might be able to end it, but because what they did there was they cleared the minion waves. Once they cleared the minion waves, there's no chance for KBG to actually finish that off. That risk that Long took was really worth it because of the Baron that they took down, because of the time that they got there, because of that Baron take. That gave them enough time for them to go for this next fight. Yes, they lost the mid lane turret, but they can still survive. This is going to be another long game because here comes the Elder Dragon that we're waiting for.
Here comes the dance. Here comes the tango between these two teams. Who will trip first? Who will engage first? Will it be KBG or Nova? I think it's going to be the same, strategy here by Nova, since they do have pokes present with Long and Remake. Maybe they can just try to stall things out. KBG are being threatened with a split push coming in from Yize. They are starting the Elder Dragon, but Nova Esports has vision here and the pit. And given the last time that what happened to them last time with this Elder Dragon dance, I don't think that KBG should actually be forcing out Nova Esports again.
Yeah. If they're going to be fighting this again, they should go for the fight. Anran is available, so if ever they're going to go for a fight, just wait for Anran to actually make work of this for them. Anran, just farm out the knock-ups, go for Soul Unbound, push back Long, then try it again if ever that doesn't work. Now, they're taking the risk of actually doing a lot of damage. Gonna hold it off onto 8k. It's gonna be a different game from what it was a while ago because they don't have a Jax on KBG. So this is not a risk that they should be taking.
Yeah, eyes on KG and Yize as well. Whoever wins it at a 1v1 in the Baron lane will signal a big swing towards that Elder Dragon fight. Such big impact for sure. And Baron as well is available. Oh, good job there by Datan to secure that Scuttle Crab for vision and for movement speed as well. Nova Esports gonna be, threatened much more. Dawning Shadow just used to check on Baron in case that Yize and in case that KG and Andran are taking it up for themselves. But actually, ooh, a sneaky Baron by Andran and ooh.
Actually, they can take this, if ever, because they have a tank from Yu, and they're not taking the risk of actually getting no vision here. KBG, this is a really smart play. Getting this Baron is pretty important for them, and is going to be forcing the members of Nova to actually be afraid. After that, getting this Baron is important. Now they take it. So Wiz, this is going to force Nova. This is going to force the hands of Nova to actually go for the Elder Dragon.
Now it becomes complicated for Nova Esports because the push is much better for KBG. They have the buff as well, the additional stats from the Baron. So even Yize will have a hard time against KG now. And KBG knows this. They're being able to push down the tier 2 tower. Neon will need to back away here in the top lane, and KG actually goes in the flash. Ooh, can actually win this. Goes golden. Yami is here. But as it's going on, Elder Dragon is being started. And actually Long just, so unfortunate. It is going to be KBG getting this this game. And now the series is tied 1-1.
Okay, yeah, that was such a great fight that we've seen a while ago right there. And props to the fights right there.